This video was bound to come out one day. You know it. I know it. Everyone in the world knows it. This video had to happen. And I can't believe I need to be the first one to make it, but here we are. Also, if you can hear my fan in the background, in the UK right now, we're having a fucking heat wave. And before I get any comments being like, 30 degrees Celsius, that's not very warm. Fucking, what is it in Fahrenheit? Let me double check. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. If I hear a single motherfucker in the comments being like, oh, that's not even that warm, I hope you get minorly inconvenienced today, to be honest. Actually, you know what? I hope you get majorly inconvenienced today. I swear to God, the walls of my house, bearing in mind, my walls are insulated. The walls of my house are thicker than my fucking desk. And for some reason, even though we complain about the heat every fucking year, we still aren't getting AC. What the fuck? When I lived in Florida, we had AC in every single place we fucking went to. But for some reason in the UK, there's AC nowhere. Not even in the fish and chip shop. So those motherfuckers are overheating. Half of them aren't even working right now. Here, Starmer, if you want my personal forgiveness, please make AC mandatory in every building. Please, I'm begging you. Anyway, now that that's out of the way. Marvel Rivals footjob tier list. No disrespect to my boy Cozy Rivals, but this is the tier list everyone wants. Nobody wants the Season 8 meta tier list or Season 8.5 meta tier list. Everyone wants to know which characters would give the best footjobs. And I'm here to deliver that service to you. Will this eliminate any possibility of me ever working with Neddies in the future? Most likely, but god damn it. I've heard what the people need, and I can't stand idly by anymore. So I've put together the comprehensive tier list, the best guide you will ever see. And I'm here to deliver it to you. So let's just get started. To kick it off, in the animal tier, we're throwing Jeff, Rocket, and Devil Dino in there. I don't need to elaborate, they're animals. Moving on to the stop! Owie, owie, that hurts tier. The first one I'm gonna put on this list is Ultron. Once again, this tier is gonna be pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you can just look at them and be like, yeah, that probably hurts. But yeah, Ultron, made of metal, probably wouldn't feel very good, would probably hurt. So I put Ultron in the stop, owie, owie, that hurts tier. Also going in the stop, owie, owie, that hurts tier, Benjamin J. Grimm, aka The Thing. I imagine a foot job from The Thing is what having sex with tectonic plates would feel like. And that imagery, while cool, doesn't make the weenie feel very good. But here's the thing. And here's the other thing. Don't put your thing between things, okay? Next up in the stop, owie, owie, that hurts tier. This one hurts me personally because this is my favorite character. This is my main, but I'm gonna have to put Groot here. I only need to say one word and you'll get it. Except maybe Cloud. She won't fucking get it. She doesn't know what one is, but fucking Splinters. You might be asking, what the helly? Why did you just call out Cloud like that? And I'm gonna play this clip just so that you guys have the full context. Are your floors not safe that you got a splinter? All right. I took my dog on a walk. I live in the middle of nowhere. When you live in the middle of nowhere, there's not a lot of, like, buildings around. There's not a lot. So you know what there is a lot of? Trees and forests. Guess where I walked my dog? Near the trees and forests. You know what trees are made of? Wood! You know what wood gives you? Splinters! Now that you guys have that context, you'll see the personal gripe that I have with splinters. And while some people may be into it, personally, I'm not into cock and ball torture. So I don't think splinters would be very useful for me. And lastly, in the stop, owie, owie, that hurts tier, I'm gonna put Iron Man. Everyone knows that Anthony Stank is nothing without his suit, and that includes with foot jobs. And you might think, well, wouldn't he just take the suit off to give you a foot job? And to be honest, I bet he sucks at just normal foot jobs. Almost certainly the worst foot job giver on this tier list, besides the metal thing, the stone thing, the tree, and the animals. Moving on to the I could do better myself tier. This tier, I'm gonna rapid fire. I don't think they'd really stand out, and I think most of you guys will agree. So in this tier, I'm putting Punisher, Magneto, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Bucky, Thor, Star-Lord, Adam Warlock, Captain America, Iron Fist, Angela, Hulk, Daredevil, Hawkeye, and Blade. I'm not gonna give any explanations. That's just how it is. Also, I'm gonna take a second to realize that I missed one in the last tier. So I'm also putting Human Torch and stop, owie, owie, that hurts. Because I can't think of anything worse than burning your meat, except splinters. Alright, the low-key mid-tier is where it gets interesting. And I'm gonna kick this off with Black Widow. I mean, you know what it is. Black Widow, she's not very good at anything in particular. She's just kind of shit. Guang, Jiyoung, please buff Black Widow, rework her kit, do anything, and I might put her higher on the footjob tier list. Moving on, I gotta put Moon Knight here. And the reason I didn't put Moon Knight in the I could do better myself, surely one of his personalities gotta be good at giving foot jobs. Maybe I'm huffing a whole lot of copium, but I really think at least one of them gotta be real good at it. Also on this tier, I'm gonna put Emma Frost. Nothing personal. I'm sure she's great. She just doesn't seem like the type who's ever given a foot job before. I'm also gonna put Namor in this tier. The only reason I didn't put him in I could do better myself is because his feet are probably at least a little bit moist, so it might feel okay, but I still don't imagine he'd be very good. Plus, at least he has some like little squid buddies to at least he has a couple squid buddies to help out. And for the last one in the low-key mid tier, I'm gonna put Hela. Now, as much as I think that Hela probably has some very supple feet, I can't help but imagine she'd be too busy trying to fucking kill me than give me a foot job. So she'd probably kind of suck at it. So yeah, Hela in the low-key mid tier. Now this is where it gets interesting. And I'm kicking things off with Dr. Stephen Strange himself. And come on. He is the Sorcerer Supreme. He gotta know at least one spell. Also in this tier, I'm gonna be putting Deadpool. The reason I'm putting Deadpool here is because he's almost certainly tried it on himself. So he definitely has a little bit of experience, but with his warped appearance, his feet are probably pretty moldy looking, and it might feel about as good as face fucking molasses. Also in the wait cook tier, I'm putting Squirrel Girl. I bet she could go nuts on some nuts, but I'd be too put off by the fact that she probably just smells really bad that I just wouldn't be able to concentrate. So because of her stench, I'm gonna have to keep her in this tier. Also in the wait cook tier, I'm gonna throw Rogue in here. Now, as much as I think Rogue is a complete baddie, I think she'd just be way more experienced in other fields than the foot job field. So I don't think she'd be bad, but I think she'd be better than mid, but I don't think she'd be great. I'm also gonna throw Elsa Bloodstone into the wait cook tier. Same thing, she doesn't really seem that great. She seems better than mid, but probably not the best. So I'm putting her here. Another person I'm gonna put in the wait cook tier, Black Panther, for the simple reason they call him the tickle monster. Them tickles gotta be feeling good, to be honest. All you Celestial BP mains who smurf and go into bronze and silver lobbies, and you dash through everyone and kill the entire team, I better see Black Panther doing foot jobs like that. Or else, what's the fucking point in you playing him? I mean, you better put them skills to use. And lastly, in the wait cook tier, I'm gonna put Scarlet Witch. I was debating on Holy Moly, but I think I'm just ever so slightly gonna slide her into the wait cook tier. For the same reason, I think she'd be better than everyone that's currently on this tier. But I still don't think she'd be like Holy Moly levels. But, I mean, we're gonna get into Holy Moly levels in a little bit. So, actually, you know what? Let's just get into them right now. And kicking off the Holy Moly tier, we got Gambit. Gambit is a master thief. He knows what he's doing with his hands. And I can assume that if he's sneaking around like that, he also knows how to use his feet. I imagine he'd be pretty great. So yeah, I got him in the Holy Moly tier. Next up in the Holy Moly tier, I got Magic. My demon Queen of Limbo. More like my, Queen of Boner, I don't know. Not to bring this word back to the center stage of Marvel Rivals, but to be honest, this is more just a vibes thing. I do imagine Darkchild would go more into the stop owie owie that hurts tier, but as long as she doesn't transform into Darkchild, yeah, Holy Moly. Also in Holy Moly, I'm gonna put Loki. That man knows some devious techniques. I know it, you know it, and even Lady Loki, she also gotta know some devious techniques. They're both equals, so I think they would both give equally good foot jobs. But I'm gonna keep him in Holy Moly because I think there is a couple better characters suited for good heavens. But yeah, Holy Moly. Also in Holy Moly, I got Storm. I can't say what it is exactly, but I just imagine the tickle of the wind around the meat wand would just make it feel exponentially better. I don't think it'd be good heavens level of great, but I do think it is definitely in the Holy Moly tier. White Fox is also going in the Holy Moly tier. Something about the way she fights in Marvel Rivals screams W foot jobs, and that is my entire reasoning. Next up, in Holy Moly tier, I'm putting Phoenix. Something about Phoenix just screams that the Phoenix Force, when she got her powers, the Phoenix Force granted her with the ability to give real good foot jobs, but like not the best in the world, like not to compete with the good heavens tier, but definitely really good. And finally, in the Holy Moly tier, I'm putting Sue Storm herself, the Invisible Woman. Sadly, I can't put her in good heavens with a good conscience because I think there is someone better in the Richards family at giving foot jobs. So yeah, Holy Moly tier, but we're moving on now to the good heavens tier. This is the tier where you know shit gets serious, and I'm gonna kick this off with Mantis. I think she could invent the perfect foot job just by trying to like read your fucking mind or whatever. If she is connected with nature so hard, she will be able to connect with you and realize what your perfect foot job would be like, and she would deliver. W Mantis. Next up in the good heavens tier, we got Reed Richards himself, Mr. Fantastic. More like Mr. Feet-tastic. I bet them things would put in some fucking work. Not only is Reed Richards a very stretchy man, he's also a very smart man, which means he is probably very well educated on the ways of the foot job. Next up in the good heavens tier, I got Venom. I don't got much else to say. I bet that symbiote feels crazy. I don't even think he needs to be good at foot jobs for it to feel great. So yeah, Venom, good heavens tier. Next, I got Dagger. I know it shows an image of Cloak and Dagger, but I mean, I can really only rate Dagger because Cloak doesn't really have feet. So Dagger, you're carrying the mantle for both you and Cloak. I must say, you're doing a great job. I bet if Cloak had a lower torso, he would be very pleased. Unfortunate how things work out. Next up, I got Penny Parker. To be honest, my review on this one is pretty skewed. I watched a hentai one time, and there was a character given a foot job, but that character looked weirdly like Penny Parker. Now, it wasn't Penny Parker, because it was before Rivals came out, but now my brain has made that mental connection of Penny Parker and that one hentai foot job I saw when I was like 16. So. Anyways, next up, we got Luna Snow. I see why Guangguan and Ji-young simp for this character so much. Hopefully, when she inevitably gets her next legendary skin next season, the MVP will be Luna giving you a mean-ass foot job. Now, this is where it gets slightly difficult. The last two characters. I think after a while of debating back and forth in my mind, I finally made my final decision. But let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you enjoyed this tier list. But for second place, I got Black Cat. And for first place, I got Psylocke. Black Cat is a freak. Full on. Like, full sticking your tongue out, shaking your head side to side violently freak. I just know them feetsies do crazy things, and I am unbelievably jealous of Spider-Man. That being said, I think Psylocke does take the crown here. The undisputed queen of Marvel Rivals foot jobs. If you've seen the Vengeance skin, you know the vibes, you know what's up. Hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think of my Marvel Rivals foot job tier list and any changes that you'd make. Also, for when season 8.5 comes out, Cyclops goes in I could do better myself tier. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see ya.